Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for another episode of Let's Play Virtue's Last Reward. In the last episode, we made our way through the PEC, and after all said and done, we got this memory card here that does who knows what. In this episode, we're gonna get the hell out of here and see what happens next. I'm imagining something bad is gonna happen to Quark, given what's happened in other timelines, but who knows, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. The lock for the door. It says lock. Let's go! Okay! Right. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1! I seriously don't get why you do that every time, Sigma. But you found it! What? We just sort of stayed in that room? Oh! Okay, yeah, we're in the Memento Mori room again. Is this another warehouse?
Looks just like the one on the last floor.
Yeah, except with white doors in it and the new graffiti on the wall.
There's even a big old door in the same spot where the number 9 door is in the other warehouse.
Huh. So there is. True, but it's rusted over. I don't think it's operating anytime soon.
No lever to open it anyway, that I can see.
Well, shoot. We couldn't possibly open that with our bare hands.
Duh.
I mean, maybe if you had, I don't know, a welder or something? No, the welder would seal it up. What's the thing they use to cut down metal? I'm drawing a blank here. But there's like a thing they'd use to cut like a hole in a metal or something.
How much do you think that thing weighs?
A fuck ton, probably.
You'd have about as much luck trying to lift a pickup truck, even if it was unlocked.
I want to know what those are.
Those white doors?
Are they chromatic doors?
Yeah, seems like it.
And they look so glowy.
I mean, look at this. It's one of those things that says lock.
Yep.
Yeah, just like the ones next to the other chromatic doors.
So you're saying all the chromatic doors for the next round are white?
Yeah, they were different colors before, but...
Guess things have changed for this round.
Well, I mean, this is the air quotes final round. I mean, technically it's not. We could just go around in circles over and over and over and over again, but 9 times out of 10, this is the final round. Before we could discuss the doors any further, a familiar robotic voice crackled over the speakers.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
God damn it, Dio.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What?
One of the other teams opened the gate early.
What in the hell they do that for?
I don't know. They're fucking assholes, I guess.
We haven't even started back yet.
Well, I mean, one of them in particular is a fucking asshole.
Never mind why. We just need to get back up there pronto.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Quark. We need to hook up with Alice and Kay. The sooner the better.
Right. Got it.
Let's go.
And away we go. What? I guess that's the fastest way. I mean, maybe there's only one way to open it, though. We didn't bump into them on the way to the elevator. That's weird. So either they were already here, or we got here first after the asshole. Warehouse A. We return to the Floor A warehouse to find only 2 people waiting for us. Kay, who had gone through the red door, and Dio, who'd gone through the green door. What? What?
Where's Quark?
We took him to the infirmary. At the moment, Alice, Phi, and Luna are looking after him.
Okay.
Is he all right?
I don't know if I would describe him as all right, but apparently his condition has not worsened, if that's what you mean.
Well, that's good.
He is still resting. However,
Good. I'm going to the infirmary.
Tenmyoji, please, wait!
Tenmyoji ignored Kay and took off at a run through the yellow door.
Oh dear. He's gone. There was something I needed to tell him.
Well, tell us, and maybe the others will tell him
Well, it's not like it matters. The girls will just tell him when he gets there.
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't usually agree with Dio, but when I do, it's a fact that no one can dispute, and therefore have no choice but to accept that it's accurate.
He ought to calm down once he's seen the kid.
Clover and I looked at one another, eyebrows raised.
What are they going to tell him?
Well, you see...
Well, what?
You found virus medicine in the laboratory?
Well, that's great!
Yes. Unfortunately, we found only a single vial.
Well, I mean, that's all he needs. Then we can cure Then we can cure Quark's Radical
So it would
6!
seem.
Well, I guess we should head over to the infirmary and see how he's doing. Come on, let's go!
Behind you. He should be fine now.
Are we not gonna cover who the fuck opened the door?
It might take some time for him to recover fully, but the worst is over.
Luna's voice was quiet as she stepped back from Quark. She held an injection gun with an empty vial. Delicately, she placed it back in the cabinet. Quark had been laid out on a crude cot, and was still sound asleep. His breathing was even, and his expression was peaceful. He looked like any other child, sleeping soundly after a long day of doing whatever it is children do to amuse themselves. Any traces of the insanity he'd shown earlier was nowhere to be found.
Is he really going to be okay?
Yes. We analyzed the vial and confirmed that it was definitely Excelivir. Now that I've administered it...
The Excelivir should eradicate the virus completely given enough time, right?
Yes, that should be the case.
Well, that's good.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, what a relief.
Now let's just hope none of us have Radical 6, or this is going to get real sour real fast.
Things are looking pretty sketchy there for a while, that's for sure.
I felt some of the tension disappear from my shoulders. I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. We weren't out of the woods yet, but at least Quark was safe.
Ooh.
Tenmyoji let out a long, shaky sigh and lowered himself onto one of the empty beds. He rubbed his hands wearily across his face, and I thought I saw a glint of tears.
Alice, you and Kay, I don't know what to say other than thanks. You saved his life. I don't know the words to tell you how much that means to me.
Oh, please. It was nothing, really. We just happened to be the ones who went through the red door.
Where is Kay? He's not in here.
He's still in the warehouse. Dio and Kay stayed behind.
They went there to wait for you guys while we came back here. We figured someone should explain what was going on so you wouldn't come back to an empty warehouse.
So Dio and Kay were the ones who opened the AB gates?
Not both of them. There was only one door open.
Well, we should get back and tell them how Quark's doing. Kay will want to know at least.
Yeah, I don't think Dio gives two shits. Yeah, you're right. I nodded and headed back toward the other side of the room. I was nearly there when Tenmyoji suddenly spoke.
That's right.
Huh?
You know that memory card we found?
This thing?
Yeah. I think I know how we can take a look at what's on it. What? You don't remember? There was a memory card just like it that we used to solve the puzzles in here.
Oh no, I remember. Sigma doesn't, but I remembered.
Yeah, he's right. There's a slot next to the screen. It should work for this one, too.
Oh yeah. There it is. Right, yeah! Well, let's give it a shot.
Yeah, I want to see what's on it.
Okay, just give me a minute here. I don't think you need a whole minute, man. I slid the card into the slot next to the screen. No sooner had I done so that an image of a waveform popped up on the screen.
Is there an audio file on here? Why don't we turn up the volume a bit?
Luna tapped a few things on the screen, and a bar began to move across the screen. Before long, a voice drifted out of the speakers.
This is Control. How's it going over there? Bet you missed the sound of my voice, huh? Well, I gotta be honest. It's getting pretty lonely over here, too. Feeling kinda like howling at the moon, lone wolf style. Speaking of which, I'm looking at it right now. The old girl is beautiful. Never seen a moon this full. And that color. Whew. Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh? The moon's this amazing red. If it wasn't so beautiful, it'd be kind of ominous. Wish you guys could see it too, but... sorry, forgot. You're supposed to be on Mars, aren't you?
What? Was I right and we're in space?
So, how are Phobos and Deimos looking right now? Sure hope I'll get to look up at them someday, too. Anyway, over. Hey, something wrong? Talk to me, guys. What, you gonna play hard to get because we haven't talked in so long? Enough jokes, alright? Knock it off. Where are you guys? Is there something wrong with the radio? You're saying everything's green? Well then, what the hell's going on here? Why aren't they responding? No, the video feed's online. Look, you can see all 9 of them, 3 at each table. What? Someone hacked our feed? What do you mean this isn't live? An old clip on repeat? Who would do that? What in the hell is happening here?
Maybe this is actually like... Maybe this is all like it was supposed to be monitoring for like Radical 6 or whatever? Or a research bay or something? And then Dio fucked it all up so he could get in and do something around here.
This is Control. I repeat, this is Control. Please come in. I'm asking you to respond.
This is...
Oh, thank God. You really had me worried there. What happened?
6 of us are... dead.
What?
Counting myself, there are only 3 left.
How? Why are...
They were killed.
What?
I guess you could say I killed them.
What?
No, that's not quite right. Not just them. Not just these 6. All of them. All 6 billion.
What?
Soon, I will have killed 6 billion people.
Are you there? Respond! Damn it. This is Control. I repeat, this is Control. We have an emergency situation. We have an unconfirmed report of 6 deceased test subjects. Deploy rescue and escort teams to the test site immediately. Shit. What the hell happened in there?
Is that it?
Yes.
What on earth was that?
Any ideas? I got only frowns and shaken heads in response. Only one person showed a reaction other than stunned confusion. Tenmyoji. Long after the audio ended, he stared at the screen deep in thought.
Do you know something, Tenmyoji?
Yeah, I think I know what that was. It's probably a transmission from the Mars mission test site.
Mars? I'm sorry, what? You mean some kind of space travel?
What kind of test site was it?
Did you know that the government is developing spaceships with particle annihilation engines?
I did not know.
These ships would be able to get humans to Mars a lot faster than old chemical rockets.
Well, that sounds great.
But they don't want to just send a manned Mars mission off half-cocked.
That's reasonable, yeah.
That was the idea behind this test. They built a whole complex on this old Air Force base in Nevada. The idea was that it would be a simulation of a manned mission to Mars with a crew of 9 men and women. They'd monitor the whole thing and use that data to plan the real mission.
Okay, wait a minute. Maybe I was shooting the gun off a little bit. What if we are at that test site where all this crazy shit had happened? So what we just listened to was... I'm sorry, that was a fumble. So what we just listened to was a transmission from that project?
Yeah.
Why is something like that here?
Don't know why. We found it in the safe. No explanation. Dollars to donuts, it's got something to do with Zero's plan.
You mean we were meant to hear what was on that card?
Yeah.
It's all very interesting, but how exactly do you know about all this?
Oh, about the simulated Mars mission?
Yes.
I was involved with the project.
Oh. Interesting. Involved?
And the intent was to create as accurate a simulation as possible. That meant we'd need to simulate the radio silence we'd experienced during conjunction.
What's a conjunction?
Well, it hooks up words and phrases.
It means two things in space are close to each other. In this
Or
case,
that.
we're talking about a superior conjunction, where Mars and Earth are on the exact opposite sides of the Sun. So unless we've got some sort of relay, there'll be a period of time where we won't be able to communicate with each other. What we heard on that card was when the simulated conjunction was scheduled to end.
That's when they died.
No, we don't know that. They could have died long before that conversation. All we know is that's when it was discovered.
So 6 of the test subjects died, right?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember what she said? There was something about how she didn't just kill 6 people. She said 6 billion! What the heck did she mean by that?
Just what the hell happened there?
Tenmyoji frowned and looked down at the floor. We were all silent as he paced slowly back and forth across the room. At last, he stopped, raised his head, and spoke.
The truth is that there's a chance a virus escaped from the test site.
A virus? Wait, you don't mean...
It was Radical 6, wasn't it?
Yeah, Radical 6.
What? How can that be?
Of fucking course it was Radical 6.
I'm just telling you what I know, okay? Nobody's sure how Radical 6 got in there in the first place, but one of the subjects might have been infected when they entered, or the virus itself might have been an intentional part of the simulation. The test site deaths became the index case for a pandemic. Anyway, prevailing wisdom says it got out somehow, and once it was out, it spread pretty quick. All across the planet.
And it killed 6 billion people?
No, not directly. Best numbers put only a third or so of those deaths as directly caused by Radical 6. The other 4 billion died from the collapse caused by the deaths of that first third. The whole world just fell apart.
Jesus. Wow. Damn. I have a lot of questions. I don't even know where to start. Don't even know where to start, knowing where to start. Well, no. Take that back. Explain that date. Unless I heard this wrong, the day Radical 6 got out was December 31st, 2028.
Yeah.
But the day I got grabbed by the guy in the gas mask was December 25th, 2028.
Me too. Christmas Day.
I was kidnapped on Christmas, too.
Okay, we have at least 3 people that were kidnapped on Christmas.
Clover and I were taken 3 days earlier, on the 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you see what I'm saying, right? That recording was made close to a week after we were all picked up. What the hell is going on here? That thing is from the future!
You see,
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Fuck. Right.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
we're out of time. We need to go back to the warehouse.
Wait! You haven't answered!
Care. I need more than 10 minutes to explain everything. Half-assing it is just going to make you more confused. Now get moving.
That's fair.
But enough! Shut your damn hole or I'm picking Betray!
Hey, come on now.
Fine. Do what you want, but I need to get back to the AB rooms. I'd like to stay with Quark. He seems to be doing all right.
I'll stay here with him. Fi can do the voting for our pair. I can trust her. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, sure.
Well, if you'd be willing to do that, I'd be much obliged. Thanks, Luna. Take good care of him.
Of course. I'll make sure everything goes fine.
Tenmyoji gave her one last nod, then turned and dashed out of the infirmary. Well, that's that, I guess. We should probably be going too.
Yes. We'll just have to wait to hear the rest of what he has to say later.
I'd rather just get it all out in the open now, but there's not much we can do.
Let's get going then.
Maybe that's why we have so much time between when the doors open. We returned to the warehouse to find only Kay. I explained what had happened with Quark, then glanced around the room. Hey, where's Dio?
He has gone into his AB room.
Like an asshole, yes.
Already?
Indeed.
Then he opened the first AB gate, right?
Yeah, like an asshole.
Of course.
This is bad. I won't be able to talk with him. This is going to limit my choices.
You've only got 1 BP left, don't you?
Yeah. Luna's the same.
If Vi chooses ally, and Dio picks betray...
Fi and Luna will be penalized.
I don't have a choice. I'll have to pick betray. The risk with ally is just too high.
I mean, that's fair, and Dio's an asshole. I can guarantee you he'll pick betray. Which means he'd been trying to kill you, so... Hey Alice, don't you have 1 BP too?
That's right. But Kay and I will be playing against Quark.
And he'll just default to ally.
Yeah, so everything works out for you guys.
I guess you don't need to worry about getting penalized then, huh?
But what if Alice and Kay choose betray?
You needn't worry. That will not happen. Even though, as you have told me, Quark is recovering, he is still weak. Moreover, he is only a child. To betray an innocent child would be...
Yeah, that would be unthinkable.
Okay, I think we can trust them there.
Even if you ignore his age or condition, it's hardly fair to take advantage of someone who can't vote.
Yeah. So you vote to ally?
Yes.
Of course.
Well then, shall we go?
Yes.
Kay and Alice nodded to one another and disappeared into the fuck. Kay and Alice nodded to each other and disappeared into the AB room second from the right. Without saying anything, Phi turned and walked into the room just to the left of theirs. That left only myself, Clover, and Tenmyoji.
Do you remember what you said to me when you chose the blue door? Something about how you'd convince me to choose ally? Seems like now would be the time to let me know how you're going to convince me.
If you don't, we die. Do you really want that on your conscience? Everyone will know that you decided to kill me. And they won't be too happy about it. Well, it's not that complicated. I promised you that Clover and I will vote ally. That's it, pretty much.
I see. And you figure I'll believe you because you've only got one BP. Once you've told me that you plan to ally, I won't be able to choose betray. Since, if you're telling the truth...
You'll kill me.
Not a bad plan, but it assumes that I've taken killing you off the table. Seems like a risky bet for you.
I disagree.
And why is that?
Clover's BP is 6. If you ally and we betray, then she had enough points to escape, right? She could run off through the number 9 door as soon as this round is over.
I'd never...
That's easy for you to say, but think about it from my perspective. Sure, you might not, but you also might. If I guess wrong, that's a pretty big loss for me.
Well, what if Clover tries to seduce you to get what she wants?
What?
Huh?
That's just an example. What I'm trying to say is that once you two are in that room, Clover might try and make some sort of bargain with you. I'm asking what you're going to do if that happens. Are you sure you'll still choose ally?
Seduce me, huh?
Hey! What are you staring at, you perv? There's no way on earth I'd do anything like that! Ugh! As if! In your dreams, creep.
Well, that's that then. Not gonna lie though, I'm a little disappointed.
So I can trust you. You're gonna choose ally.
Yeah.
You can trust us.
Promise.
Of course.
We promise.
Well, this will be really awkward if I go down the betray line, huh?
Alright. I guess I'll vote ally too then.
3 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Now I feel really bad if I betray him. Can I just ignore that path? I would like to ignore that path if at all possible.
Well, looks like we don't have much time left. I'm trusting you.
I'm trusting you too. Tenmyoji gave us a curt nod, then turned and strode into the second AB room from the left. Right, well, let's get to it. Wow, this is the first time at this point in the game I've had someone walk into the room with me. Usually the person has ended up dead. This is a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
The Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the Start button on your screen. Once you have entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. It will not open again unless the polling period has finished.
Hey, Sigma, I wanted to ask you something.
Okay. What's up?
Could you pick Betray for me?
Wow. Wow, Clover. You know what? Now I don't feel awkward about the Betray option anymore. What?
I mean, I could try and, tackle you. But you're so big and strong, you'd probably just throw me on the ground and that'd be it.
So what was that about, not trying to seduce me? Yeah, well,
So I thought I might as well just ask you really nicely. Oh, I mean, I'd be happy to, pay you back.
Yeah, how? You're going to run out the door as soon as you get that 9 BP. It's not that hard, Clover.
If you just pick Betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
Mm-hmm. Anything?
Yep. Anything. So think carefully, okay? If you choose Ally, you're trusting him with your life.
Yeah, if he chooses Betray, it's all over.
Uh-huh. Are you really, really sure you can trust that old fart?
I mean, yeah. I don't think he's gonna kill me. I mean, if we look at this logically, if he betrays me, everybody else in this game will know that he actively decided to murder me. And I don't think they'll take too kindly to that, because it shows that he's basically a murderer. I mean, how many points does he have at the moment? He betrayed us last time, so he got the 3 points. He's at 6. If he betrays us again, he's at 9. So everyone will want to get rid of him anyway? If he shows he's willing to murder the fuck out of me, then they'll just beat him and probably lock him away somewhere. You know, that's not very nice.
The only safe choice is to pick Betray.
Well, I know the Betray option now is Clover's out. But if he chooses Ally, then we don't.
Then I'll have 9 BP. But you don't need to worry about that. Even if I do get 9 BP, I won't just go and open the number 9 door all by myself. I mean, Alice wouldn't have 9 points yet. And I can't leave her behind.
I'm just curious about something real quick. Oh no, technically there are 2 options that way. Although, there are also 2 options down the Ally route with K. You have the game over after the AB novel section. Yeah, as I thought. So this will end with, her killing, probably.
Please, will you pick Betray?
20 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Also, Clover, Sigma doesn't have this advantage, but I do. I know you're a murderous bitch in other timelines. In another game. The voting machine was in front of me. I didn't have much time left to think. I would keep my promise. Would I keep my promise to Tenmyoji and pick Ally? Or would I betray him for Clover and...
If you just pick Betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
Am I having a flashback to literally a few seconds ago? Also, what value is listen to anything you say? In the end, there was only one possible answer.
3, 2, 1.
And the answer is Ally, because it's dumb to pick Betray. Vote has been recorded. Please wait.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
And part of me wants to believe she'd willingly stay back because of Alice, but another part of me thinks she's full of shit.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Oh wait, I probably should have ended the episode. Whew! And that went about what I was expecting. Well, with that, I think we're going to end this episode here. In the next episode, we'll see what the aftermath of this decision is. See you guys then.